Inclusion is important to me because I believe that everyone has a right to be included in whatever they're passionate about. You get included by signing your work with excellence, by being passionate about it and really believing in yourself. And here in the state, we have to believe in ourselves and one another so that we're included individually and as a collective. There's no reason that we should not be on the map like New York or LA or anywhere else for the entertainment scene. My name is Quoron Walker, and I'm a journalist with the Hartford Courant. What inspired me to become a writer was just a passion for storytelling. Not too many people look like me who are in that field, and I just thought I had something to say. And so I just, networked, worked my connections, got in the door, did a couple freelance articles for them, and they ended up making a position for me. Challenges I had faced, I would say comparing myself to others. Everyone was older than me. They didn't look like me. They'd been doing this much longer. I initially wanted to go in being a TV reporter, but here I am just doing freelance work, and now a position was made for me because my work was so great. I'm like, this is great, but I'm like, oh no, what have I gotten myself into, That main challenge of comparing yourself. Okay, so this writing style was like this, let me do it like them, or this person asked these questions, let me do that. But I had to let all of that go because you'll sit there. I remember sitting there literally for like an hour, just like starting a couple paragraphs, stopping, starting a couple sentences, then stopping. Well, no, he writes his article like this, and that one does like this, and they like their work, but let's let that go. All right, so God gave me these skills. I'm in this position. What can I do? How will Quoron tell this story? And I did that, and everything worked out great. The advice I would give young writers would be to study your craft, make sure you know what you're doing, what you're passionate about, If you're writing community news, it would be very different than writing an entertainment article versus hard news. Know your field, know where you're going to fit in that whole world. Know that you're going to make mistakes, but you'll get through it. Keep moving forward, and whether it be a piece of art, a play, a song, an article, journalism, all those things come together, and it can really spark social change. You can have people don't realize they're being influenced all of the time. What they listen to, what they read, what they see, what they watch. I try to be objective as possible, but no one is completely objective. I choose content that I think that the world needs to hear. I am a person of color. I will, I cover everything and everyone, but a lot of times those minority businesses, those minorities who are of human interest, that have those human interest stories and great stories to tell, they might get neglected or ignored. So I do choose to put that in there as well. In journalism, it's very important to remain objective and to still put your personal touch on it. You don't want your stories and articles to be like everyone else's. So when I tell a story, without influencing it too much, I get the facts straight, the who, what, when, where, and why, all those basic things. But those personal touches, when you choose the different quotes, how would I tell the story? As far as newspapers are concerned, that is a dying industry. No one hardly reads them. They'll read maybe the lead, a couple picture captions, and throw it out. Throw it in the fireplace or something. But there is a place for written journalism. We have the internet, we have blogs, there's of course on social media. There's a different way we have to do it. As far as newspapers, that will be out the door probably sooner than we know, but people still are passionate about storytelling. They still want to read, maybe more concisely, more briefly, but there has to be a way to engage the reader. It's like what we talked about with those personal touches, but still get the written word out there. So we just have to go about it differently. My advice to anyone who wants to break into the industry of journalism is to just get out there. You have to create a lane for yourself. Although I work for a newspaper, there are plenty of other events you can go out to and just maybe start a blog, start networking. Just don't be afraid to pick up the phone, call people, go on Facebook and see there's different things going on, local events going on. There's always something going on and someone probably has to care about it. And it may seem like it's maybe a boring story or something that you're not really into, but how you can really stand out, just make it your own. It's important to have a why every day when you wake up, to truly have a purpose when you wake up. If you don't have that purpose, you're just kind of going on autopilot. When you don't have a why, when you don't have that purpose, you think every opportunity is a good opportunity. Oh, this one's doing that, let me jump on it. Or let me go talk to this person. While it's good to network, know who to network. Don't spread yourself too thin. Every opportunity is not good for you. It may be good for someone else, but always keep that why in mind and have those goals and have that purpose.
Connecticut is ready.
Relevance,
equity, access,
diversity,
inclusion.